So just reminding everybody that we have 2 workshops that are available. As of the recording of this video, we have 2 spaces left in Nelson, and that's in Nevada. It's a ghost town. It's old cars, trucks, buses, even some aircraft. It's an amazing place. We're going to shoot in May 4th, 5th, and 6th under moonlight, low ISO, and light painting, and Ken is coming with me. So I'm excited about that. I have to fly. He has to drive. I don't know which one of us is luckier. I guess it depends. And then we also have Old Car City, 1 hour outside of Atlanta, Georgia, in a town called White. And there we will be shooting on the 25th, 26th, 27th, and 28th. We're going to be in a forest full of cars.
Oh, yes.
Like 4,000 American-made cars that are in the woods. Woods are growing through them, lifting some up, trunks going through trunks. It's going to be a blast. It's all scheduled around the full moon, and we're hoping to get in there to do some great long exposure work on clear nights. But you know what? Even if it's not clear, we shot in there. It was foggy. It was really creepy and weird and awesome. I'm going to throw those links below. Car City has a bonus location we're throwing in at the very end on the 29th, and that's going to be the school bus graveyard, which is a smaller spot but has a lot of cool old buses that are also being used by, I think, local students from schools come out and they paint on the side of them, and it's just such a weird place. They're both weird, but they're both fun. So if you like old cars, trucks, and buses, and you want to check out some place that you may not be able to shoot again at night, Old Car City is going to be the place for you. Yeah. And Ken will be joining me for that as well. Yay.
Yeah. We might not be able to offer that again. So please, if you can, join us.
Yeah. We're cautiously optimistic that we can, but in case we can't, we're going to go with 10 people. So please be one of those 10. We'll guarantee you a fun time. Yeah. We're going to talk about some things that have, places in our bags, but aren't necessarily equipment you'd see listed under photography necessarily.
Right.
Chances are, if you look in your camera bag, you have something in there that isn't made specifically for photography. You've either made it work for your photography, or you've decided that it has a use in your photography. And we all have one of those things. So I'm going to go over. I want to do Mike's first because
yes, absolutely.
I've had to bring these things for him on trips before.
Oh, it's great.
You know what I'm talking about. So Mike, what do you have with you there that's either goes in your bag or comes with you when you're doing your photography?
So strangely enough, everywhere I go, I have with me a piece of cardboard. I always have a piece of cardboard with me.
Wait a minute. That's the same cardboard that you signed before.
Yes.
That's crazy. You have the same piece of cardboard as like a year ago.
Yes. I have
or
2
more.
dates on it from when it's been used, 2 different years on our trips.
That is nuts.
And it's cut down so that it is the exact size that it goes in my suitcase.
It's a custom cardboard.
It is. But I have a piece of cardboard that I carry with me anytime I'm going shooting. It lives in the truck. And if I need it, I break it out. In fact, last weekend when I was out, I used it and I tried to create another cardboard disciple with Pete.
I know exactly why you're using the cardboard, but you haven't said yet. So there's a lot of people watching this that are like,
yeah, they're going,
what is he doing with this cardboard?
So the great thing about the cardboard is you can use it to block light, or you can block the light from your flashlight from appearing in the lens.
So you use it as a light painting tool.
I do. I will use it to essentially hide the light so that I can more or less aim the light directly at the camera to light things. And I can use this to block it so that you don't see it. Much like when a lot of people, when they go out and they're light painting, if they need to get a funny angle, they'll actually try to stand in such a way that their body is between the camera and the light. But I have recycled cardboard, and uh, you know, if you lose it, oh well, you can just cut another chunk out of another piece, another Amazon box, or if it gets wet, you could just recycle it and get another one.
I remember meeting you in where we went somewhere. Was it out in Philadelphia? You needed a piece of cardboard.
Yeah.
You picked me up a piece of cardboard, which I hadn't done for anybody before because it's never been asked of me. But it's an important tool for your light painting. You can cut off and get a nice hard edge on a light.
Yeah,
rather than a soft. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. I don't know anybody who,
all kinds of crazy ways.
Very inexpensive light modifier.
Mhm.
Yeah, I know a lot of folks that use snoots. You use snoots. Ken uses a snoot.
Yep, I do.
Yep, but not cardboard. So cardboard king.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yep.
Okay.
All right. So you just held up a snoot there, Ken.
I did.
Why don't we talk about that? Yeah.
So this is a snoot that happens. I made it out of Home Depot parts, and it screws onto the Proto Machines because the Proto Machines has threads, and so instant light modifier, and it keeps my hand free. I have orange tape on it so I don't lose it, and that's basically that. But yeah, this gives you the ability to direct the light, and I use it a lot for things like headlights as well. So.
Oh, car headlights. Yeah.
Yeah, car headlights. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. That if you shoot a lot of cars, you know the
signs.
Yep.
Yeah, things like that. Yeah.
You know the struggle trying to shoot headlights and cars with just a regular old flashlight with no snoot. So that makes a huge difference.
Yeah. So yeah, that's one of the things that's not necessarily specifically a photography gear, but got a couple more things if you want.
Yeah, shoot. No pun intended.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is now remember, in California it gets cold, but it doesn't get below 20 cold. So for those cold nights of like high 30s or low 40s, I found that I use these compression gloves. It keeps my fingers free, and it does just enough to keep my hands warm without being a full glove. So it's basically a really, really cheap photography glove. You can get these on Amazon for about $7, not $7 for a pair. And yeah, that's basically that. I do actually have real photography gloves now, but these are nice and lightweight, and they do just enough. And then the third thing I have, gaffer's tape. Orange, of course. Orange, so you can see in the dark. So I put this on things such as this so I can see them in the dark. If anything breaks, like say a ball head or whatever, I can strap it to the tripod. You can also take like if you've broken your remote shutter release device, you can actually take a pebble and then tape the pebble to hold down the shutter release button, the shutter button, and so basically it's instant bulb mode, and 10 million other things. So those are my 3 items.
Wow. And did I see you hold up some of your own gaffer's tape? Your tape?
Of course.
Yep. Yeah, I have some. I don't have it with me right now. It's like
it doesn't leave residue either.
Right.
It's super sticky, but it doesn't leave residue. That's the part I forgot to mention.
Yeah. Nice. Yeah. I've some black gaffer's tape. I don't know why I chose black. But speaking of tape, since you got me thinking about it, I have a roll of glow in the dark tape that I have used on my tripod legs.
Tripod legs. Yeah.
So if you're out doing really dark photography, astro landscape, and you're in a dark area and your eyes have adjusted, you can see the glow from that, even if it was just charged by you opening up your car door for a brief second.
That's right. And if you can't, just shine your light on it for about 10 seconds or so, and then you're off to the races again.
Yeah, it's wicked helpful. Okay. Yeah. I have where did I put it? I have this, which I know looks like a flashlight, but let's see if I can do this right without blinding myself.
Okay.
It's a laser.
Yeah, okay.
This is an argon laser. So I had one from I don't know, a friend gave it to me back in like 2012, and I had it up until last year. This isn't the one, but the one I had was very similar, a little bit smaller, from a company called Wicked Lasers. And back then they would actually ship lasers into the US, but they don't anymore because too many people were like, well, I got this laser. What can I do tonight? Let me shoot a plane with it. And so now I guess the FDA and Trade Commission and everything else are like, nope. So last year I dropped my laser, unfortunately, on pavement. And although it still works, I have to use gaffer's tape to hold it together. And as a result, it doesn't work as well as I would like. So I contacted the company and I said, is there any way you could just send me the housing? And they wouldn't even do that. So,
That's a
total bummer. So I got on eBay and I found this for about $7. Now, why would a night photographer need a laser? Well, there's 3 reasons why I use this laser. First is I do a lot of teaching, so I'm out with people and I'm also showing them astronomy. So this is perfect for saying, here's Andromeda, that's the Big Dipper, here's how you find the North Star. You know, when people see this thing light up, they're more interested in the laser than they are the photography because it's like a lightsaber, especially on a foggy night. The second thing I use it for is, believe it or not, focusing. If I'm out at night and I'm trying to focus on something that's further away and there's not a light source on the horizon, like, you know, I use city lights sometimes, and people who do manual focusing would realize that when a light is in focus, it's at its smallest. So so it gets blotchy when it's out of focus. It gets small. You want that pinpoint. So I can create an artificial distant light source with this.
nice.
Great.
Yeah, it works out really, really well. And then the third way I use this, it was one time I was out on a beach and I got a fox showed up and started barking at me and screeching and screaming. So I blasted the laser on the ground about 5 feet away from it and I chased it away. I did not point it at the fox. I just pointed it near the fox. So it was being chased by an atomic green bug or something, and off it went into the woods. So it was
That's impressive.
a self-defense mechanism, but these are really great for that focusing thing that I mentioned, and I use it more than you would think. So
that's excellent.
$10, probably not even legal in the United States, but eBay. So
all right, well, we won't tell.
Yeah, don't tell anybody. I have one other thing.
All you people on YouTube know. Oh, what's the one more thing?
I have this. This is called a Knox Gear 39G for 39 grams, I think. It's actually a Bluetooth speaker, which sounds kind of silly for photography, but I love to listen to podcasts and music while I'm shooting, but I don't want to have an earbud in because I want to be safe.
Yeah, sure.
And a lot of times I don't have a pocket for my phone up here. And maybe I need to make a phone call. So these are great because they have a magnetic clip. So you can clip them to a t-shirt, or you can clip them to, a sleeve or a jacket pretty easily. But it also has, I don't know if you can see this, a spring clip. So you can clip it to a pocket and so on. It's water resistant. I think it's waterproof. That on their video, they could throw it in a glass of water. Lasts like 12 hours. The volume on it is crazy loud, but I listen to it at a lower volume. And I don't leave the house without this. I take all my phone calls on this now, even when I'm driving in the truck. I sound better on this than I do with the truck system. So if you like music and podcasts and you want to have a little bit of audio but not compromise your safety, something like this works really, really well.
That's awesome.
Those are my items for now. Not to say that later I won't go through my bag and be like, oh, so we'll have to do another one of these.